Hello, this is Jer playing Oxygen Not Included. I'm on my natural gas rocket, and I'm about to take off to fill up with with natural gas on another asteroid. And when I come back, I don't want this leaking out into space. And I'm just curious. I see there's something called a star map location sensor, and I've never used it before. I'm wondering if this is going to actually help me avoid the situation where I have to, or I might forget to disconnect this and have natural gas or whatever substance leaking out in space. So we've got that. I also modified this rocket to have a little vacuum area, put some pepper bread, so the dupe that goes on this mission is going to have high quality food. Alright, well let's click on this. Let me think about this. This is cool. You can actually select individual asteroids or in space. So basically, if, let's pause it for a moment. If I were to hit space, unpause it, yeah, false. If I were to say this asteroid, which I'm not at, it's false. But if I'm saying it's one of this one, so, okay, that's so cool. So what this means, and what the, okay, this is, I wish I had thought of this earlier. This would have saved me a little bit of trouble, but I'm going to put this gas valve right there, and I'm only ever going to output a mega amount of lead, but that's from the last episode. But I'm only going to output this gas when this is actually connected, or on this particular asteroid. So I should have no fears. Oh, that's nice. Okay. That was just one of those little nuggets in this game that I just kind of ignored. Alright, we'll wait for this to be built. Actually, I'm going to make another change. I want to have a power source on this rocket. The dupe that is there, I don't want them to have to use the manual generator so much. So we're going to change this out. I'm going to put 2. I think you can put more than 1. We're going to get rid of the regular watt wires. We're going to bring in a battery. And we're going to connect this to the grid while it's on this home world. So now we've got a battery on this rocket. We've got it connected to the grid here on this asteroid, and it's already starting to charge thanks to the hydrogen generators I have on this base. So my super rocket here is empty of material I have collected from the last mission. Iron ore, lead, fossil. Clear these. I put some food back in, so we've got over 100,000 calories of food. We've got lots of water here, so we're ready for another mission. We'll send this rocket out. So I'd like to start progress on that. So that's 3 dupes. They're going to this world. Right. There's no rocket platform there. Excuse me. So we're still going there, but this time with the Trailblazer. So we'll build that. And oh yeah, maybe you guys hold on, wait for the Trailblazer to be built, and then you can go on this mission. Taking off in the very early morning of this cycle, or very end, depending on how you want to look at it. So this is going to the natural gas geyser, or, well, it technically is, but it's going to Twigista, and that's where I have natural gas geyser, and it's going to be collecting natural gas and taking that back home for us. I'm just curious, in this rocket, I should see disable. This is so cool. This is so cool. I, for the longest time, have just been cutting wires or pipes so stuff won't leak into the space with the star map location sensor and either a gas shut off or liquid shut off. No more. Haha. Alright. So there's that. Just waiting for this Trailblazer to be built. Okay, we're trying this again. Too stinky this time with a Trailblazer. let's begin. Hold on, I just realized, do we have carbon dioxide? Ah! Okay, cancel the launch. It's pretty important in my mind that we get carbon dioxide loaded so we can come back. This is not a one-way mission. Alright, scrub the launch yet again. Just noticing we've got carbon dioxide bubbling right here, and I thought maybe does that have anything to do with the gas reservoir? I don't think so. I think that just has to do with airflow, adding more of these mesh tiles to encourage that to fall down here, because I want that to get access to the carbon skimmer. And what I might even do is we'll add another mesh tile right here just to really encourage that to happen. So this is probably one of those situations too where I might want to have automation detect where I am to disable the output, but didn't really plan for that. Now that I know that that's a feature, I'm definitely going to build that into a future rocket. But for now, I'm not going to do that, but I'm certainly going to make a mental note for any future rockets to do that. The carbon dioxide still hasn't fallen down, so just adding more mesh tile on both sides this time to see if that does the trick. Natural gas rocket has loaded, or arrived, but it's not loading anything yet because it's a little bit taller. And that's because of the battery that's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the gas pipe up like that. Now I've got a small watt wire system on this base. I'm going to connect this. This kind of feels wrong because generally you don't want to have battery and a small watt wire system together. But this is isolated from my main base at the moment, of course, because we're not physically there. So I think this is okay in this particular case. This is actually going to give me a little bit of power from the solar panels, so the dupe doesn't have to use the manual generator, though the pump really shouldn't be operating until we arrive back home, which is a really nice thing, thanks to this star map location sensor. I think we're finally ready to begin this mission. Getting to Stinkini. So taking off. Let's have a look inside this rocket. Their ammo suits are off. Got a comfortable place to live, oxygen production. I sent them with a few material, a little bit of glass and steel for construction along the way. Check in on this dupe over here. We should see natural gas going in. There it is. Awesome. We also have carbon dioxide geyser here, so I didn't have to pack that. In fact, that should already be loaded. Yep, it is. So we're easily going to be able to get back home. Just about to start orbiting this asteroid, so I'm choosing boot to go on this mission. But before I send them down, I think it's pretty important that we give them an Atmos suit. Let's take one from here. Now, I also made sure that they're not at the end of their cycle. They're not. They've got a bit of time to do some construction. They just need to build one thing. That's the platform. So Boot has Atmos suit on now. That's irritating, Boot. Let's try it again. Oh, did I just hit the wrong button? Okay. Alright. Boot, you put that on. And don't take it off. Okay, good. Did it? Okay. We're gonna have to do something slightly different then, I think. What if we just moved this over here to the barracks, and then I'll get you to put it on over there. How's that sound, Boot? Okay, so clicking this, clicking Boots. We're picking it up. Don't stand over here. Keep it on. Oh, I thought they were going over there. Okay, alright. Awesome. Now I can go here and select Boots and hit deploy. Get them to land right here. Oh, maybe not. Where's the best place to land? If I do this, are they going to be able to build? Oh, there we are. We'll do this. Dun, dun, dun. So boots should be on the descent. This is the first time having a duplicate on this particular asteroid. Falling down. Highest priority boots is to build this. Soon as that's built, the other two dupes can land. Last bit of the platform is built. Okay, here we are. So up in space, orbiting this asteroid is these two dupes. We can tell them you can actually land because now we have a platform. So that rocket's going to land here. We've got a number of things we want to do. First of all, we don't need the Trailblazer module. So we can get rid of that. We want to go, this is a manual process. Just curious how long I do this before I refactor this rocket. Have a bit of automation. But first thing I want to do is make sure we can get back home. So let's output the carbon dioxide gas back in here. So that we can... I don't know if that's a game reload. Oh, okay, no, it's updated. It's fine. It's all good, all good. All right, well, there's no real reason to build doors. Okay, well, some material I'll have to get around, but let's just start exploring. And see what's in this world. Looking for gold amalgam. See some cobalt. If we can find any clay, I'm not sure if there's clay here or not, but if there is, we want that too. So the dupes are getting to work here, and I was thinking to myself, I want to make a fire pole. Kind of wished I didn't unload all of the iron ore, but there is lots of cobalt here, so we'll start that, see how that does. Actually, it looks like there's a fair bit, so I don't think we're going to be in need of that. Just watching natural gas make its way in and thought to myself, it's too bad I didn't make 2 pumps. But the dupe that's here, they don't have I don't have the atmosuit checkpoint. Then I thought to myself, actually, all I need to do is click on this, click on the dupe hammer that's currently here. Get hammered, put this on first of all. Alright, so hammer now has the atmosuit. We've got limited amount of time, so this is a priority task. There's not a lot of distractions on this asteroid, not much to do. So I'm going to put this down here. Let's put it right about here, how about? Connect that in. Give that some power. Just mark it as high priority just to be clear that we want it done soon. And here we are. So now we're getting double the amount of natural gas going up. Let's just do a little bit of digging. Got a little bit more space for natural gas to go around this pump. And then I'm going to send hammer back. You can see oxygen is low. Don't want you hanging out here. So I'm going to click on move 2. Let's go inside the rocket and I'll get them to take off their suit. We are here on Stinkini, and we've got a path way down to the bottom of this rocket. Looking for gold amalgam, and then I realized there's actually pure gold here, here, and here. So I'm definitely going to be taking that. Really only wanted gold amalgam to make gold anyway. So yeah, take the gold, take some gold amalgam. Eventually that's going to be loaded into the rocket, but we're going to do a little bit more exploration. Another natural gas geyser. Probably not going to use that because I'm happy with what we've got in Twigista for natural gas, at least for the time being. So the dupes here are not stressed out. But I thought to myself, if they ever were, it'd be really nice to have carpeted tiles just under where they're sleeping to reduce their stress at night. Did the same thing with the toilets and their eating area. So we reached the very bottom. We're going left and right. Oh, look at this gold amalgam. We're definitely going to get over there to that big square. But yeah, just clay is a little bit more sporadic. But yeah, let's get over here. I very much would like to see access to this and bring all of this on board our rocket. Back in the homeworld, we have our first transit tube access. This is right here in the central area of the base going to the top. Not very far. It is a small asteroid though, so this might help a small bit. But what we're doing is we're extending this. I want to get more Atmos suits so I can get more dupes out. I also want to get another one of these over here because I've got a big construction project I want to do over here, but I figure it makes a lot more sense to put some tubing in place before we do that. Natural gas is looking a little thin here, so I think we'll just cut the power and we'll get out of here with the natural gas that we have. Pretty sure this dupe will be happy about that. Let's crew this thing, send it back home with all its natural gas, and begin our launch. Now I want to watch this one, so hammer's going in here. Now at this moment, natural gas, oh yeah, should be blocked off, and it should still be blocked off when we're up in space. This thing is still false. Amazing. Love it. How much did we get? Over 500 kilograms times 4. Awesome. Natural gas rocket has landed. Nice thing is it is purely storing natural gas. Unlike a little bit of oxygen that was there last time I was here. And that means I'm not going to have to do filtering, so get rid of the filter system to look for that. We have arrived at the Golden Square. Going to be taking all this back home with us. Just about to plant a buddy seed. This actually has a property of actually relieving stress for the dupes. As long as temperature is fine, looks like it is. So not that I'm necessarily expecting the dupes to be stressed, but they're out in space. If they're happy, they're going to be more productive. Let's look on this asteroid to see where we are. See, we've got, oh, whoops. Wow. Yeah, I didn't really. I was wondering if something like this was going to happen. We'll put some ladders right here. Just that they can finish the Golden Square. For the longest time, I've been relying on hydrogen, and easily been able to do that because we've got these Saturn critter traps producing lots of hydrogen for us. But decided let's diversify a little bit. We'll start to add in steam turbines from this hot magma at the bottom of the base, so that we can help use that for power source. I no longer see any gold amalgam in the Golden Square. So let's head back to the rocket. And I'll find out how much resources we have. So we found 13 tons of clay, 2 tons of gold, and 36 tons of gold amalgam. We also got some buddy plants. I think we even have some thimbleweed seed, though I don't necessarily plan on using that. Let's go back to the homeworld with all this stuff. So the rocket's been charged. Hold on, let's make sure that we've got all the dupes, because sometimes when there's a trailblazer, it kicks one of them out. No, all 3 of them are selected. So we're gonna go back home. And I'll be able to produce gold and use the 2 tons of the gold initially for some easy decoration value around the base. Begin the launch sequence. rocket is taking off. And we'll have some gold delivered in half a cycle. So the gold rocket has arrived, Explorer. Starting the process of dropping off gold amalgam, gold, and clay. My steam turbine system is just about ready to go, so bringing in some water. Don't want very much, just about a dozen-ish dots or so. Say one more, that's going to be enough. That's going to be heading down south to the bottom of the base. And that's going to be stored in this guy right here. And controlled by this smart battery as to whether it goes through or not. We are ready to put this system on. As always, I've done a test. So I've got the smart battery after a NOT gate indicating whether we want to send water in. Basically, if we need power, then we're putting water in here. And water is turning to steam. That's generating a bit of power. What I did is I've got this mechanized airlock. I can open this later. Right now, I only suspect I need 3 of the tiles open underneath them. That may change as this cools down, so that's going to give me some options in the future. There it is. So water is going in. Water is going to be coming out of these, back in here, and at some point, once we get enough power, this battery is going to indicate that we can stop sending water. The door's going to open essentially, and that won't be able to send water in anymore. Eventually, we're going to get one of the dupes that can use a power control station down here. Oh, never mind. Sorry, they beat me to it. We have engine tune-up. So we're generating more than 800, a little bit more than 1200 per machine. So that is changing the power situation on our base. We've got this heavy wire connected in there. So that's going to allow us to produce gold. Got gold production going on at the moment over here. Starting the process of using this gold. See if this is made increase. Oh goodness, yes. Base is looking much nicer, at least in the core living area. Intermixing gold tiles with carpeted tiles just to have an extra stress benefit, just in case it's needed. The other thing is we're producing more clay. So that is produced a lot more heat from these guys. So we've got radiant pipes being put in here that's connecting into the cooling line. Let's do a cut right there, and that should start to tend to the heat that's been building up over here. In the last few carpeted tiles in the Great Hall. So this is looking pretty good. We now have gold. So it's very easy to do decorations now, up that in the base. We also have this steam turbine. We're consuming a lot more power, so we need to produce more power. So that is very beneficial to have. So from this point on, we don't really have a need for all the local asteroids. Well, maybe this one, because we need to go get natural gas every now and then. But apart from that, we've got everything we need from the other two. We can start to look a little bit further away and see what is out there in the great cosmos. That is oxygen not included. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you next time, where we'll carry on and look out further into space.